Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at the Bitcoin and the equities market charts and trends, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Also, I would appreciate it if you could help spread my easy to understand analysis into the world so that people can make more informed decisions. And you can do that by smashing the like, ringing my bell, hitting subscribe if you haven't, and sharing your thoughts and comments in the comment section. That will help with the YouTube algorithm to promote it. And this is free for you, free for everyone else. So I'm here to help. So please help with that. So with that, let's dive into the charts and trends. Here's the crypto market heat map. BTC dropped down to 30.8K, down 1.93. Dominance 41.73. And remember, it dropped below 30,000 yesterday, and it went back up slightly, close to, around 32, and then it's dropping back again. Luna is just crashing hard and still crashing. It's incredible. It came close to $15, and it's down. Gosh, so let me zoomed in here. It's like 60 something percent or something. I need to verify that, but I might have a weekly analysis on Luna coming in later today. Ethereum 2.3. K drop 0.59. Ethereum has held pretty well. Dominance 19.77. And we got some green coins here. We got BNB. It's green day over day, up 1%, 1.04. Sheep is up. Crow is up. FTT. FTT's been up couple days in a row. KCS. Yay, KCS. Leo. So we got more predominantly red. Tough day for the market. Here's the crypto market cap. It's at $1.41 trillion, down 1.97. So more money left the cryptoverse. 1.41 trillion is really low. In the U.S. equities market, here's the heat map. Did a little bit better today. We got more greens up in this section here with tech stocks, technology and consumer communication services, and Tesla. That group right there, which is linked to crypto, they're up. But you think that if they're up, crypto would be up, right? Nope. There's a reason why. So and that reason is Luna. Luna is pulling the market down big time. You see here, Microsoft up 1.86, Apple up 1.61, Nvidia up 3.81. Yeah, so this group right here, technology stocks, really doing really well today. The communication services, outside of a few, it's mixed. You see that right up here, more muted down here, but in the middle section here, more entertainment is pretty green here. So it's mixed, but some tech stocks are up here. Consumer silicone, with exception of Tesla, the rest are either red or muted red. Consumer defensive, red to muted red. Some spots are green here. Financials looking not too good. Bank diversified, mostly red here. JP Morgan is negative 2.44. Wells Fargo down 2%. Bank of America down 1.68. So they're not doing too good. Credit services, very muted red. So yeah, financials not doing well today. Asset management within financial is doing okay. It's got a couple greens here. Healthcare, we got mixed some greens here. Biotechnology is really green. We get some greens up here with some muted colors, but it's pretty mixed in healthcare. Industrial is pretty red to muted red, some greens. real estate just bad. You got red, bright red to muted red. Energy is doing better. You know, medium greens to some bright greens, a few some muted reds here. Utilities not doing well. Basic materials not doing well either. So overall, good day for technology and communication services, along with energy and biotechnology. But other than that, it's pretty not looking good, but better than yesterday. Let's look at the trading view chart here, 30-minute time frame, 7 days worth of data in each column. This is the U.S. market. This is European and Stock 600 market indexes. Out over here on the right here, that is Australia and Asia. On the far right, we have the watch list. So let's go through the watch list. Nasdaq, as you can tell from the heat map, Nasdaq up 1.30%. SPX, which is a S&P 500 index, up 25 basis point or 0.25%. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 26 basis point or 0.26%. And you can see that, you can already kind of feel that from the heat map. Volatility Index, VIX, 32.99. That's down 5.06, but over 30 is still volatile. So even though it's down, that's good. It's still volatile. Dixie's 103.92. That's up 16 basis points or 0.16%. And that's still on the high range. The U.S. 10-year yield is down 27 basis points. Let me double check here. Yeah, it's down 27 basis points, sitting at 2.989. The U.S. oil finally dropped below 100. It's at 99.37 here. That's up 39 basis points. Gold is up 15 basis points. And silver is up 52 basis points. Let's take a look at the dollar and the other currencies here. The euro is stronger than the dollar by 4 basis points at $1.05. The pound is stronger than the dollar by 3 basis points at $1.23. The dollar is weaker than the yen by 5 basis points at roughly $130.35. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it looks like the dollar is weaker than these three currencies today. So let's go over here and take a look. Here's Bitcoin chopping. Yes, it's been chopping, but you can see that yesterday around midday it started rising, and then it chopped, and then since that time it's been dropping down. As market opened, it dropped down and went back up, and then dropping back down again. Not quite near its yesterday's low, but let's see its positive correlation with the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, a bit of recovery based on yesterday. You see that here, but it's still on the lower range of the 7-day. SPX similar, lower on the 7-day. It's got a bit of recovery here. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, it's on its low range, its lowest range for the 7-day, and you can see that it's not doing as well as the other two. So positive correlation between Bitcoin and Nasdaq and S&P 500. Let's see. Market open, Bitcoin dropped, recovered slightly, and then dropped. So market open, these Nasdaq and S&P 500, they dropped, they recovered slightly, and then they dropped. So positive correlation with Bitcoin and Nasdaq and S&P 500. It's there for today. Let's take a look at the Dixie here. Dixie, since yesterday, it moved down slightly, and it's moving back up. And that was before the market open, and it remained pretty much on its day high here, but on a 7-day range, it's still in the high range, but not the highest range. So let's take a look at negative correlation with Bitcoin. Let's see, market open, Bitcoin drop, Dixie went up, and pretty much Bitcoin drop. If you just do an average, Bitcoin drop since market open, and Dixie went up. So negative correlation is holding there. The US 10-year yield in the 7-day range is on the lower half of the 7-day range. You can see that before yesterday market opening, it started dropping, drop, and it had a little pullback here and then dropped some more. And so it's dropped a lot, pretty much dropped almost all of its gain from the last, 1, 2, 3, 4, last week's gain. So it dropped. And the yield drops when price go up. They move opposite each other. Price go up because there's more demand for it. So more than likely when it hit this peak here, the yield hit a peak here. And that was roughly at around 3.189. And when it hit that high point, the yield is high, so there's more demand for it because people can get more yield for it. And so they start buying. And so when they start buying, the price, the demand goes up, the price goes up, and the yield goes down. So let's go over. So basically, in the U.S. Equities market, based on the indexes, what are we seeing? We've seen a slight recovery with a bit of choppiness, but still in the lower end of the 7-day range. Let's take a look at the European market. UK 100 7-day range is on the lower end, but in the last 24 hours, it's got a bit of recovery here. Since U.S. market open, it went down and went back up slightly. So a little bit of choppiness. The DAX from Germany here, when the U.S. market opened, it was rising before the U.S. market opened and then dropped as the U.S. market opened. On the 7-day range, it's on the lower half. CAC 40 from France, similar situation here. Yesterday, it rose up, got a bit of recovery. U.S. market open, it dropped, just like the other two. And 7-day range is actually at the very lower end, almost the lowest, but close to the lowest range in the 7-day. Stock 600. You see here, yesterday it dropped all the way down, and then today had a bit of recovery, but still on the lower, near the lowest range. It's got a bit of recovery and then drop after the U.S. market open. So you can see here, all these 4 indexes drop when the U.S. market open. That's interesting. Let's go over to Australia. Australia, in its on a 7-day, it's on the lower range, almost the lowest range. Last session, it had a bit of recovery. The Nikkei 225, similar situation. It's not in its lowest range because in its last trading session, it got a bit of recovery, similar to the STW from Australia. In its trading session, got recovery, but still in this Nikkei 225 is still within its lower range. KOSPI from South Korea, same situation here, recovery. Had a bit of recovery in its last trading session, still in the lower half of its 7-day. Hang Seng HSI from Hong Kong, recovery in its last trading session, still in the lower range of the 7-day. CSI 300, bit of recovery here, similar situation, and it's more just under the middle range of its 7-day. Middle will be right around here. So yeah, it's got a better recovery. So overall, what do we see here in Australia and the Asian market? All recovered in their last trading session slightly, but still near the bottom half or near the lower near the lowest of the range, but not quite the lowest. So that's basically it. We see a bit of recovery across the world, so that's good. That's good. FOMC, the CPI index, I believe it's going to be released tomorrow. We'll see how that's going to impact the market. If it's going to come in hot, like over 8.5, that could signal more hawkish moves from the Fed, potentially, having more 50 basis point raises in the future. But if it comes in lower, signaling a potential for the inflation that it may have peaked, then they may stay with their current plan of probably another 1 or 2 50 basis point, and the market will react positively to that. So I appreciate your time. Please help spread my analysis to help others make more informed decisions by clicking the like, ringing the bell, and hitting subscribe. And if you haven't, feel free to share your thoughts and ask some questions in the comments. I'll see you in the next video for the macro news about the market. Peace.